Hello everyone, welcome back to your favorite sports channel Trivia Fever, here with your host Priyadarshan. So I'm here with some more questions and some more answers. So you know how it goes. I'll start off first with the answers of yesterday's questions. So here they are. Here is question number 1. Whose ODI strike rate is the highest amongst the batsmen who have scored more than 1500 runs? So the answer is a bit surprising actually. The answer that we are looking for is Glenn Maxwell. Well, he did not have a good IPL, but we know he's a quality player, and these records are what actually prove that. So that was the answer for the first question. Moving on to question number 2. Here it is. Who was the first Indian player to sign the Women's Big Bash League contract in the year 2020? So this is our very own Indian cricketer, that is Harmanpreet Kaur. So not only playing for the Indian team but also representing India on a global level. So that was question number 2. Moving on to question number 3. Here it is. I had shown you a logo, and the question was identify the logo of the Women's Big Bash League which won the WBBL tournament in 2020. So this was a rather easy question. You can clearly see the S and the T. So the answer that we are looking for is the Sydney Thunder. So that was our third question. Moving on to question number 4. Here it is. On the 5th of December 2020, an exhibition bout, boxing bout obviously, was scheduled at the Staples Center in LA. One of the boxers is Roy Jones Jr. The other one is coming out of his retirement to fight the bout. Who is this boxer that we are talking about? So the boxer that we are talking about, well, one of the most famous names in the world of boxing. The answer is Mike Tyson. So that brings us to our second last question for yesterday. Here it is. This Indian racer earned his maiden Formula 2 podium after pipping championship leader Mick Schumacher for the third place at the Bahrain Grand Prix support race. Who is this racer who is making India so very proud? So the answer that we are looking for is Jehan Daruwala. So he is an upcoming name. I guess we should note this down because very soon, hopefully, very soon we'll get to see him in F1 and not F2. So let's see how that goes for him. I wish him all the best. And that brings us to our last question for yesterday. Here it is. The Hand of God t-shirt of Maradona is in possession of a particular player. What is the name of that player? So the name of this player is Steve Hodge. He's from England, and the story how he got this jersey is very interesting. He revealed that he had managed to exchange jerseys with the Argentina legend after their World Cup 1986 quarter-final match. So that's how he managed to get a grip of that. Well, now it will be such a cherished memory for him. And that sums up our questions for yesterday. It's time to move on to the questions for today. So I hope you're ready. Here is question number 1. This player inspired Manchester United's thrilling fight back from 2 goals down to snatch a dramatic win with 3-2. That was obviously against Southampton in the English Super League. So all you have to tell me is the name of this player. Moving on to our second question for today. Here it is. Steve Smith has become the 4th batsman to score 3 consecutive ODI tons versus India. Second and third in the list is Nasir Jamshed of Pakistan and Quinton de Kock of South Africa. Who heads this particular list? So that was our second question. Moving on to question number 3. Here it is. During the second ODI between Australia and India, Steve Smith managed to score 104. He also scored a century in the first ODI, and in both the cases, it was in less than 65 balls. Who was the first batsman to score successive hundreds of less than 65 balls in 2 consecutive one-day internationals? Well, it's a type of a niche question, but you should be able to crack it if you think a little deep. And that brings us to our next question for today. Here it is. The Bahrain GP in 2020 was won by Lewis Hamilton. One of the participants of this event was a racer whose first single-seater experience was in Formula Renault 1600 in 2003. when he became the Swiss champion with 10 wins from 10 races. This racer escaped with minor injuries in the Bahrain event after his car exploded into a fireball. So who is this racer that we are talking about? And now we can move on to our next question. Here it is. You need to tell me the name. So the answer that I'm looking for is the name of the coach. This particular player was the founder of Jindal Table Tennis Academy. He is Dadaji Kondev Award winner. He was the coach of the Indian table tennis team for almost a decade, from 1975 till 1984. Unfortunately, he passed away in November 2020. All you have to do is tell me the name of this coach who has given so much to the world of Indian table tennis. And that brings us to our next question. Here it is. In the Airtel Delhi Marathon in November 2020, this runner clocked the best time ever by an Indian in a half marathon by clicking 1 hour 30 seconds. So who is this athlete who made this a tough to break record? So moving on to our next question. This is our third last question for today. Here it is. This particular Ethiopian long distance runner won the men's race in a new event record time of 58 minutes and 52 seconds. The 21-year-old Ethiopian defeated his compatriot, the two-time defending champion Andamlak Belihu and Stephen Kissa of Uganda. I want you to tell me the name of this athlete. So that brings us to our second last question for today. Here it is. In the 2019 Delhi Half Marathon, she finished second. This year, she won it hands down. Name this 2020 Delhi Half Marathon woman winner. So that brings us to our last question for today. So listen to it carefully. Here it goes. He smashed the fastest T20 ton for New Zealand when he managed to score 108 runs of 51 balls in the ongoing November 2020 New Zealand and West Indies series. All you have to do is tell me the name of this player. So this sums up our questions for today. I hope that you will be writing your answers in the comments below, because I will be looking forward to that. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. I will see you all sooner than soon tomorrow once again with the answers for today's questions and some more exciting new questions. So do stay tuned in. Wait for my video. Till then, please stay safe, take care and have a very, very good night.